Dusty Toyz, hey you.
Welcome back to Dusty Toyz. Just wanted to do is it going to be quick? I don't know. We'll see how fast we can get through. A video today about something that is the bane of my existence, probably yours as well, in work life and adult life, and that's paperwork. It's never fun, let's face it. But growing up, there was definitely some paperwork, some inserts, some accessories that came with the toys that brought us so much happiness that, in my opinion, sometimes just as interesting as the toys themselves. So today I just wanted to show you some of those things that I've got over the years. Some of them are mine from way back when. Some of them are ones that I've picked up along the way. But it's starting here. This is probably one of the first ones that I had growing up, and that's Lego. It came with a very simple house, simple kind of catalogue. This one, as you flick through it, just all the different types of Lego that you can buy. Simple. Comes in multiple languages for those polyglots amongst us. There's the Fabuland stuff that had a little while ago. Space Lego, which I think a lot of us grew up having. This is the town Lego, which ended up being the city Lego now that you can get. But that's kind of where it all started. That kind of led to more fold-out versions of almost a bit like a checklist, really, with the different sorts that you can get to. This is the medieval set. There's some Technics, some space, some more town stuff, and then over the side there, a bit of Duplo, Fabuland. So that's kind of where it all started, is with the Lego. As I got older though, I got into G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe, Transformers, Mask for sure, and some stuff that I found. I do remember doing it, but I thought I'd lost them to the mists of time. With the G.I. Joe stuff, the cards had awesome artwork, and so I found that I was just cutting stuff up and pasting it into like an old school book that I had. So all this awesome artwork. Oh, there's a Mask one. That's kind of cool. But I found I was cutting out like the waves, all the different characters, and gluing them into a book to hang on to. I thought they look kind of cool. Why not hang on to them? But even better than that, the G.I. Joes came with these cool dossier profiles that told you a bit more about the characters. So there's a Leather Neck and Iron Grenadier and Dr. Mindbender. These are all my original ones that I had glued into a book. The same one as the pictures I just showed you before. There's a Falcon and a Low Light. Mainframe's one that I've only just picked up in the last couple of years as I've started to collect. There's an original Fast Draw. People pay big money for these, but I guess they're really only worth what you're willing to pay. Like I wouldn't pay any more than like $5 Australian for any of these. Like if you're charging $10 for these, get out of here. I'm not paying that. Unless it's something that might be really hard to pick up, like a long range here, which comes from a vehicle called the Thunderclap. Even the vehicles did have these dossiers on them. The Transformers also had dossiers as well. They had these cool little not bio, because they're robots, but kind of technical specs that you could put a little red cellophane thing to see how good they were at different things. I don't have any of those, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. But yeah, used to get cool. I found a Hound. This was from the instruction book from my Hound. I'd cut it out and glued it on, but if you look on the back, that's kind of what I'm talking about. You can kind of see there Is that upside down? No, that's the right way around. So they had the little bio there, and then you put the red thing over, and it tells you how good they are at different aspects. But another one that was interesting, something that Masters of the Universe did really, really, really well, and that is the inclusion of a comic. Even the modern Masters of the Universe, they come with comics as well. So these are some of the ones that we've picked up here over the last little bit. G.I. Joe tried to do the comics. They had a line called Valor and Venom. That's one of the comics that comes with it. It is what it is. These comics are... Some of them don't even have words in their action, which is nice because that transcends language. That's really good. But really, the comics, the whole point of the comics is really to deepen the lore, make connections with the readers and the consumers. Dino Riders tried it as well. If you remember the Dino Riders series, so there's a couple of Dino Riders there. One that, a bit random, I don't really remember buying it. It could have been a Christmas present, I don't know. But this one's called Legion of Power. And it was a modular set, so the vehicles kind of pulled apart, and you can see in this one here, it kind of pulls apart and then you can reconfigure it. The little figures that came with them, they were tiny, only like 2 or 3 centimeters tall, like an inch and a bit for my American pals. But again, comics, they came with some of those ones there. Again, it really is about that connection. It's a total advertisement. I've got my old Masters of the Universe ones here. This is like one of the first ones. Beautiful, beautiful artwork, which is why I've hung on to it for so long. Look at that. Prone He-Man, muscular. Wants Merman to paint him like one of his French girls. But, is that the first one, or is this one the first one? Oh, I don't know. One of them I got with He-Man and Battle Cat. I feel like it was this one. And then this one was with like Skeletor or something. Battle in the Clouds, it's called. But this one's kind of cool because it took me a little while to understand when I was 7. But there's an English version and then the French translation. So yeah, it took me a little while to realise that it wasn't actually English I was looking at. So I didn't understand the story totally because I thought I was missing out on something. There's Merman totally going to yeet a rock at He-Man. Again, prone. Jeez, he loves a good prone drawing, doesn't he? But beautiful, beautiful artwork. In the later years of Master of the Universe, some big names started their careers. This is drawn by Bruce Timm. You can see his name down there. He of the DC animation fame. A bit hard to tell from his later stylings, but there's a very fluid motion within his artwork. So he started out doing Masters of the Universe, and so did Mark Teixeira, who went on to do work at Marvel with Ghost Rider and Wolverine. So these are some of the later ones as well. So Trapjaw and Ram Man, one of the earlier ones. These are dated 1982. So kind of some rushed, some of them apparently, mainly because He-Man, according to, I think it's called Power of Grayskull, a documentary about He-Man. He-Man was kind of the toy answer to Conan the Barbarian, who had just come out, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And so that whole loincloth fantasy genre was kind of big, and so He-Man was kind of stuck between that sword and sandal and technology, magic kind of action there. So some of these books didn't even get credits in them. These early ones did, so you can see there, don't know if you can tell, Mark Teixeira. Is it gonna? No, it's not gonna focus. But one of my favorites is later. So these are 1982, I said, yeah. These ones are a little bit later, so 1983. My guy, Stan Sakai, who went on to create and publish Usagi Yojimbo, who is one of my favorite comic book characters. He did, not penciling, but he did the letters for the writing in a lot of these books here. And if you go back and look at Usagi and then come back to this one, his lettering hasn't changed for many years. So that's the mini comics that used to come with some of the 1980s toys. We'll get to some other stuff now. Mask kind of did a little bit of stuff. We've got a gator here. So they went with like a nice big simple illustrated instruction booklet. So, you know, where to put the stickers, action figure, how to put his mask on, where it goes, how to operate the vehicle. You know, so they had some pretty cool stuff. It's nice and big, not difficult to read. They also included usually fold out stuff, pamphlets. So this one's kind of big. I don't know if it'll all fit in. We might have to zoom it around, but you can see there, not really a checklist, just more of a showcase of what they've got. They've got the corresponding numbers, and then a little blurb for each one. Again, multiple languages for you polyglots. So if we go with this guy up here, this is Switchblade. It says, high-tech helicopter becomes a sinister pursuit plane. And then again, in multiple languages. I don't know enough languages to tell you which ones they are, but it looks like, yeah, there's a French and El Helicoptero de Alta Tecnología. Look at me butchering languages. What's on the other side? Should find out. Oh, there we go. Wow. It's Thunderhawk. That's really big. Similar to the Gator one, with sticker placements and vehicle operations, but all in one thing. So that's kind of cool. I should have looked at it more often. That's actually from my childhood, so I probably knew it, I just didn't realize it. Transformers used to have these cool looking, it folded up, it'd come out of the box. The little ones didn't really have it. You had to get like the bigger ones, but these ones are definitely checklisty. Look how big that is, big and beautiful. That is not in great condition because I used to open and read it 1,000 times. But one side would be Autobots, and you can see here it kind of has the whole gamut. You got the Dinobots all the way down here. You got the Protectobots all the way to some of the bigger ones like Metroplex here and Omega Supreme. And then if you flip over, you got the Deceptor baddies with your checklist. I have a feeling I have not checked any of them. I must have known that graffiti was bad at that time. But look at all those guys. Got the cool combiners, Predaking and Bruticus. The Constructicons, I had those guys. I've got all those guys now, but I started with Shrapnel. You know, so many cool things. And I'd spend a long time looking at those, just to, you know, kind of work out what I was going to get next in my collecting journey. But the one that I did have a lot of, and I kept a lot of, is G.I. Joe. And G.I. Joe had some cool stuff. When they had vehicles, you usually had to put them together. So here is one called the Cobra surveillance port. Got the assembly instructions, simple enough. You can see one side's obviously been out in the open more than the other one. But when you flip it, you've got a cool looking blueprint. So it gives you kind of a rundown of all the different parts of the thing that you've just built. I think that's very, very cool. So I've got that one. There's another one here. There are different sizes depending on the vehicle. So this is a Cobra Stun. So much bigger vehicle. Blueprints, much bigger. Bump. That's how big it is. It just, the camera can't hold it back. But all the bits, you got to put it together. Bit of a puzzle putting it all together. I remember putting together, would have been, this guy. The Silver Mirage motorcycle. I remember sitting on my grandmother's floor at Christmas trying to put all these things together. The ADHD in me back then wanted it just done immediately. But after a couple of rebuilds, I got it. And then a bit of discoloration. I hope that's probably mold, but it looks very cool. Like if there was a way to display these, that would be amazing. And then you had the smaller vehicles. So I had a hovercraft. You can see there with the blueprint side. And then here's one I've only just recently picked up from my mate Frosty. The Radar Rat. Both of which much smaller. Smaller vehicles, so smaller boxes. Simple instructions to put them together. So that's kind of cool. But then of course you got the catalogs that come with them, and there's a lot of different ones depending on the year that you were purchasing these in. This one here was probably one of my favorites. It's a bit ripped. That's how much I liked it. Oh geez, not a little bit. It's ripped a lot. I shouldn't have opened that, but that's what it is, because I used to look at it all the time. Didn't end up really getting any of these things. I got a Law, and there's the surveillance port. This probably came with the surveillance port, if anything. Has the characters, the figures there. More figures. I like how they blue for the good guys, red for the bad guys. Don't really want to open these ones up, but this one, I think this was one that you had to. Oh, that's cool. Who, as well as what you don't know, can hurt you. Look out, Joe. Good on you, Cobra Commander. Our ranks are growing, our pride is showing. Cobra Forces, your history. Sergeant Slaughter with the clapback, with some vehicles there in the background. Flip it over. You can see there, that's some more vehicles there. I don't know where this one came from because I don't have any of these vehicles. This one looks like it's been cut. There was something down the bottom there, so I wonder what it was, because it ain't there. If you do know, let me know in the comments. What was there? What have I destroyed? Maybe it was a mail away thing. I don't know. But one question's always, what do you do with them? How do you keep them? Well, something I've just taken to now is an old CD case. And I found that after you get rid of all the CDs, some of these G.I. Joe things, as I totally bump that, they fit in. They fit in real nice. And so you can keep in there. The Masters of the Universe books also, if I flip to the back, that's where I've got a lot of these ones. They do kind of fit in. as long as you've got enough room to close it, that kind of works. So you could try that. Another one that you could try is, I was thinking, I've got here a picture of Ratchet. If I could stop bumping the light, that would be amazing. But I was contemplating taking old mate Ratchet, flip over the thing, take this out as carefully as you want, and then working your magic, you could literally take. Now this is obviously something very quick and dirty, but take one of these things, put it in the frame there. Now I'll probably go back and fix it, but this is just to demonstrate. Put it there. Just put Ratchet in backwards, and then I'll close up a couple just to keep everything neat and tidy. And then when you turn it over without bumping the camera, you know, it's not terrible. You know, if you center it and everything, that should be okay. And then you put it up on the wall there and marvel at it. Unfortunately, these other bigger ones, they're not A4 or anything, so it's not going to fit into an A4 thing. But also, it's not A3. So way too small for an A3, but too big for an A4. Go figure. So, there you have it. Paperwork. What have you guys got? What have you kept? What have you picked up from all your many, many years of enjoying these toys that we've grown up with? Let me know in the comments. And if you're just popping in for a visit, thanks for stopping by. To the 2 people that are still watching, thanks for hanging out. I might go and pack some of this stuff away and get rid of the old shoebox that it's been in for the last 30 years. Cool. Alright, I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Dusty Toyz.